Hi, I'm Michelle Begue with a look at what's happening in Latin America now. But first, our news trivia. This month, a woman set a record for the longest swim in the frigid waters of Antarctica. Which South American nation is she from? We'll have the answer later. Brazil is experiencing deadly rains as its annual festivities for Carnival begin. Downpours in Sao Paulo state caused landslides over the weekend that killed at least 36 people. Authorities estimate around 40 people are still missing. A team of more than 500 people are participating in the rescue efforts. By Monday, the death toll was 36. Sao Paulo state declared a 180-day state of calamity due to the extreme weather as they expect millions to travel to the region for the Carnival holiday. Public parades have been canceled in several regions that were hard hit by the rains. Migrants continue to put their lives at risk for a better future. We have seen 2 fatal migrant accidents in a week. Panamanian authorities are trying to identify the victims of the first bus accident that occurred last week. A vehicle with 66 passengers plunged off a cliff while trying to make a turn. Authorities say it will take some time to identify the 40 dead people. Forensic teams will need information from countries of origin, such as fingerprints, dental records, and DNA samples from family members. A few days later, a similar accident in the Mexican state of Puebla left 17 migrants dead and 13 injured. Authorities said most came from Colombia, Venezuela, and Central America. Let's go to my colleague Al Baverstock in Mexico, who has the latest on the nationalization of lithium deposits.
Mexico has decreed the nationalization of the country's lithium deposits in a move which seeks to maximize the country's profit from the increasingly valuable mineral. The country will establish Litio para Mexico, a state-owned company dedicated to the extraction and commercialization of the light metal, which is increasingly in demand for use in batteries. Mexico's lithium reserves have been estimated at over 1.7 million tons, but properly extracting it requires advanced mining technology. And while Mexico says it remains open to any partnerships with international investors, the country will remain the majority stakeholder in any joint venture. Convincing investors now to take less than the lion's share may prove a challenge.
Colombia and Venezuela continue to revive trade relations. Colombia's President Gustavo Petro met with his Venezuelan counterpart, Nicolás Maduro, to sign a deal that updates tariffs and expands trade relations between the two countries. The nations have been normalizing relations since September 2022 after President Petro was inaugurated. This week, the Simón Bolívar Bridge that connects Venezuela and Colombia opened up to private vehicles after 7 years of closure. And let's take a look at what stories we're following for next week. We continue to follow developments in Peru. This week, Peru's Congress moved to allow corruption charges against former President Pedro Castillo by passing a constitutional complaint. Criminal proceedings against the ousted president can now take place. Castillo has been held in pre-trial detention in Lima after his attempt to shut down Congress ended in his arrest and removal from office. The political crisis has led to massive social unrest and violent protests that have killed dozens. And now the answer to our news trivia. The answer is C. Chilean swimmer Barbara Hernandez set a record by swimming 2.5 kilometers in the icy cold waters of Antarctica. Hernandez is the first to swim in these frigid waters with a temperature of 2 degrees Celsius. She lasted 45 minutes and 30 seconds. At times, she was in danger of suffering from hypothermia. She declared, "My heart felt cold after completing the challenge." The 37-year-old said she did the swim to raise awareness of the Antarctic waters and ensure the conservation of the ocean. She already has been given a nickname, the Ice Mermaid. That's it for this week. We'll see you again soon on Latin America Now.